no matter the location. From O-A-K-L-A to L-V, I'm a Raider.
Raider Nation, what's going on? You're watching the Raiders Report. In today's show, presented by Panda Subs. I want you to go to pandasubs.com and use code WTF Raiders for 40% off on all the best workout supplements. Some of you are probably like, wait a minute. Why is the promo code WTF Raiders? It's because the guy who owns Panda Subs, he's a diehard Raider fan, and when he saw that the number 17 overall pick in the 2021 NFL Draft was Alex Leatherwood, he was a little bit upset. Now, I think Alex Leatherwood is a good player. However, it was a little bit of a reach for the Raiders to really go this route here. In terms of being like on Tom's best available board, he was Tom's ranked 6th offensive guard. I'm simply going to say that he is a guard/tackle. He is going to play right tackle for the Las Vegas Raiders. But as you see up there, the grade, it's a round 2 grade. Which, what does that mean? The Raiders, yet again, they reached on a player. When you also think about, here's the thing, here's some other talented players that were still on the board. Like, the fact that Jeremiah Will-Score-Mora is still available in round 2, I'm interested in that. Tevin Jenkins, Landon Dickerson, Christian Barmore. I mean, these, at least Jenkins, Jeremiah Will-Score-Mora, and then Christian Barmore, those are 3 players that I like a lot. And if the Raiders could figure out a way to get one of those 3 dudes in round 2, I am feeling a little bit better about, the pick at 17. Plus, Azeez Ojulari, another guy that I like a lot. Trevon Merrick, another player that I like a lot. So if the Raiders are able to finagle their way where they can get a guy like Azeez, a Merrick, a Jeremiah Will-Score-Mora, and if they get one of these guys, I feel a little bit better about the Alex Leatherwood pick, right? Because no disrespect to Leatherwood, he doesn't get the pick where he goes, and I'm excited for him. I'm excited for his family. Like, he totally changed a whole bunch of people's lives. Like, that's a great thing. However, he was a player that I really thought that they could get in pick 2. And for the Raiders here, you're sitting, you're like, man, year after year after year, you feel like that they're reaching on certain guys. And during the live show, somebody said that they have Clemson, Alabama-itis, like where they only pick guys based on where they go to college. And I hope that's not true. But if the Leatherwood picks does not work out, I guarantee you this, I'm going to start cranking up the heat on fire John Gruden. I'm going to start cranking up the heat on fire Mike Mayock, because I am so sick and tired of us reaching on players in the first round. You don't reach in the first round. It just doesn't make any sense to me. So go down to the comment section right now, and I want you to grade the pick of Alex Leatherwood being drafted number 17 overall by the Las Vegas Raiders. He's a good player, but if you were going to go with offensive tackle, I personally would have taken Christian Darrisaw over him. I personally would have taken Tevin Jenkins over him. I would have taken Samuel Cosme over him. I would have taken Liam Eichenberg over him. Like, he is a good player, but it's just a little bit of early of a reach. That's why I'm going to go with a grade of like a C-. It's a D+. Again, my grading system, A is great, B is good, C is average. This is a below average pick at number 17. So let's now walk through all the picks that were leading up to Alex Leatherwood at 17, right? Yeah, Trevor Lawrence, Trey Lance, that was a pretty surprising pick at number 3. A lot of people thought Mac Jones was going to go there. Kyle Pitts went number 4 overall. Jalen Waddle went number 6 overall. Penei Sewell to the Detroit Lions there, which was a pretty interesting pick. J.C. Horn was the first defensive player off the board. Patrick Surtain went number 9 to the Denver Broncos. Then the Philadelphia Eagles were like, wait a minute, we're going to trade up. We're going to get Jalen Hurts, a nice little wide receiver, in Devonta Smith. Then the Chicago Bears, this is probably the biggest move of the draft in my personal opinion, traded up from 20 all the way up to number 11 to get their quarterback in Justin Fields. Micah Parsons went to the Dallas Cowboys at 12. But when I saw Parsons go at 12, I was like, you know what, man? Like, we still got a chance to get the guys that we want. Rashawn Slater goes to the Chargers at 13. That one was kind of like a stake in my heart. The Jets traded up to 14 to get Elijah Vera Tucker. Mac Jones fell to the Patriots. Like, they didn't even have to trade up for him, so that was pretty crazy. Zaven Collins then went to number 16. So then I was sitting there with pick number 16. I was like, man, the Raiders can get Jeremiah Will-Score-Mora. They can get Trevon Merrick. They can get Azeez Ojulari. They can get Tevin Jenkins. Like, you could get all these other players, and yet they decided to go with a guy like Alex Leatherwood at number 17. Jalen Phillips, Jamin Davis, Kadarius Toney, they all went there, and the Giants were at 20 because, again, they traded down with the Chicago Bears. At number 21, it was Kwity Paye, which he's a good athlete. He's actually going to fit very well in Indianapolis, but it's a player that I personally I don't think it would have been a good fit with the Raiders. Caleb Farley, Christian Darrisaw, Najee Harris, the first running back off the board, and then back-to-back running backs. In fact, I actually thought that the Jacksonville Jaguars were going to go with somebody like a Travis Etienne, or going to go with somebody like Trevon Merrick. Instead, they go with Travis Etienne. Greg Newsome, a very solid cornerback, which is not really surprising because we didn't anticipate the Browns to take a linebacker. Rashad Bateman, Peyton Turner, the biggest reach in round one was Peyton Turner, edge rusher out of Houston. Eric Stokes, I did think that was another bit of a reach here for the Green Bay Packers, but, I mean, with all the Aaron Rodgers rumors going on, how do you not take an offensive player, at least in my personal opinion? Gregory Rousseau, Jason Oweh, and then to round out the first round of the 2021 NFL Draft, Joe Tryon, edge rusher from Washington. So who are some of the best players available left on the board? Who could the Raiders potentially get at pick number 48? The top guy, and the fact that he didn't go in round one, I mean, I'm just absolutely shocked by that. It's Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, linebacker from Notre Dame. And this is a player that I saw easily going in the top 20. Maybe I'm wrong. That's okay. But the fact that he's still available, very surprising. Nick Bolton, again, now these top available players, in terms of linebackers, this is also according to Tom Downey standings. Nick Bolton, Jabril Cox, Brandon Browning. Personally, for me, in terms of fit, I think Jabril Cox and Brandon Browning would actually be better fits for the Raiders than somebody like Nick Bolton. Top safeties available, they're all still on the board. So, I mean, when I look at a guy like a Merrick, a Grant, a Holland, those are top three players. I'd also look at somebody like a Jamar Johnson. Like, no disrespect to Divine, he's not somebody I'd actually have in my top 6 or 7 safeties for the Las Vegas Raiders. But as it stands right now, you are now looking at your brand new right tackle that's going to have a major job in protecting Derek Carr. He's going to have a big-time role here and really trying to set the outside edge for this offensive line at right tackle, because if he's unable to do that, it's going to be a bumpy road. And for the Raiders, they still want to be able to run the football, and you're going to be able to run the football with Leatherwood, who's a very physical offensive lineman. What worries me, though, is Derek Carr only has 2 years left on his contract, and I'm a team that believes that I need to win right now. I don't know if Leatherwood gives you the best opportunity to win right now. Now, maybe down the road he turns out to be like a Colt Miller, where Miller struggled in year 1, got better in year 2, and he was a lot better in year 3. The issue is this, like, you don't have that much time with the current roster that you potentially have right now. And, again, it was just a little bit of a reach here. So, you guys are watching the Raiders Report. Today's show is, again, sponsored by Panda Sups. If anybody out there is a big fan of Panda Sups and wants, you know, the best workout protein or the best workout supplements on the market, please go ahead and check those guys out. If you're looking for some high-quality greens, if you're looking for some pre-workout, some nootropics to stay focused, maybe you're a gamer, the best supplements on the market, and I use them every single day. Like, I'm not kidding you when I say this. Like, I have my fat burners on stock here. I use my nootropics when I get tired, like, little hint, hint, nudge, nudge. When the graphics go full screen, I take a scoop of this. And then also, if you guys are really just trying to, you know, get a good workout in, the pre-workout. If you have a sweet tooth, this is like the sweetest, yet like it almost tastes like dessert. It tastes like a cheat meal, how good this protein honestly is. And with 30 grams of protein per scoop, it's absolutely incredible. So pandasups.com, 40% off with promo code. You can either use Raider Nation or you can use WTF Raiders. Either one works for you at this point, because the guy who owns Panda Sups, he's a diehard Raiders fan. He was like, you know what, man, I want Raider Nation to feel well. I want them to feel a little bit better about the pick that happened today. But I get that fact as well. But again, it's code Raider Nation. So what I'm curious about is this, okay? So who would you have picked? I want you to comment that name below. Go down in the comment section and just be real with me. If you were on the clock at number 17, if you were the one making the picks here for the Raiders, who would you have gone with? It's pretty simple for me. I would have went Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. Some people out there would say Trevon Merrick. Somebody's going to say Tevin Jenkins, Christian Darrisaw. It's all good. Is anybody out there honestly going to say Alex Leatherwood? I really don't believe so. Somebody's going to say Christian Barmore. Go down in the comment section right now and let me know, who would you have picked at pick number 17?